Today we're talking about Hawaii Kai. Hawaii Kai is an interesting market because on Oahu, a lot of mainlanders have a hard time wrapping their heads around what that place is like. So it's a community that's on the southeast part of Oahu. And for mainlanders, it's important to know that this is kind of the first effort that Oahu had at doing a mainland style mass development. And so this was attempted in the 60s. It had a lot of ins and outs, ups and downs with respect to what happened back then. But the net result is we have a really nice suburban area that a lot of mainlanders would recognize as being similar to other developments that they might see on the mainland. And what's interesting there is we do have a good number of condos, but the single family homes, we don't really have sort of that entry level, that transition between condo pricing and single family homes. We kind of get a jump between the two. So what that means is that the movement of the homes, because they tend to be in the more luxury, toward the luxury end of the spectrum, you're starting in the million, $1 million, $1.2 million, you just start there in terms of the pricing for single family homes in Hawaii Kai. Because of that sort of break between condos and single family homes, the market tends to move relatively steadily. So we've seen a decrease in pricing of about 15% the last quarter this year, from the quarter ending in August of this year, when we compare to the same time period last year. I'm not too worried about that price decrease because there are just too few transactions. What's more telling to me is that we have about the same time on market. So it's still about just a little over a month, about 34 days that we're seeing to sell a house. So that's actually a pretty good indicator for Hawaii Kai. In condos though, we are seeing a decrease in pricing. We're seeing an increase in time on market. Both of those indicate a slowdown. So that's really our harbinger in Hawaii Kai. Now I wanted to mention with Hawaii Kai, since we talked about a little bit of the history and it's sort of a mass development, we have two others on Oahu. Mililani happened in about the mid 80s or so. Mililani's in the center of the island of Oahu. It really feels like a bedroom community, sort of a suburban area. But it's Oahu's second attempt at this, and they don't quite pull it off in a mainland style way. And so mainlanders will recognize it, but they don't quite get what's going on there. Just as an example, you'll very often see maybe a half bathroom that's put into the master bedroom. A lot of mainlanders look at that and say, well, what's that about? And then finally we have Kapolei out on the southwest side of the island, and that's still an up and coming, still being built out, and it's much more of a standard mainland style property development that a lot of folks who move here would recognize. For locals, Hawaii Kai has a real appeal though, because Hawaii Kai has a really nice marina, and it's got direct access to the bay that's just outside of the marina, and just really a beautiful area. As you'll see in our photograph for Market Backs Friday this week, great sort of hang gliding and paragliding is the word I'm looking for. So it's really an interesting area and beautiful as well. But overall, seeing a little bit of a downturn in the market. Hopefully we're going to see an upturn come January, particularly with the effect that the VA loan elimination of the loan limit is going to do. There's some speculation already that that's really going to increase the pricing on island and have a major effect. I don't know if we're going to see it, but it's certainly promising. That's all we got for this week.